Hello, everyone. We're all hearing about Mrs. P's crusade with Noodle Mash here. At first, I viewed the situation as it was a personal beef between the two. They both lived together. They lived in the same apartment complex. Excuse me. They had their falling out, and Mrs. P moved, and then Noodle found her again on this platform. So, and then started speaking out against Mrs. P. Well, I was calling her out, trying to get some peace on here. I don't think that I thought the fighting should be stopped. But in reality, here, the situation now is that they came to an agreement. And I gotta thank Save Robbie for this, because he actually worked hard with this. And it worked out pretty good. It worked. The peace agreement worked out pretty good for a while. I was proud of both of them. I was proud of Mrs. P, and I was proud of Noodle. They were doing a good job getting along, or whatever. And then Hooker comes along and starts with saying Noodle Mash is doing this and Noodle Mash is doing that. And peace agreement is like, bam. So now I'm dealing with this bullshit. So we're gonna review another one of Mrs. P's videos, claiming that Miss Noodle Mash is stalking her. Please, I don't buy this for 1 minute. All right, let's get started.
Good evening, everyone. It's close to 7 o'clock on Saturday night. I will give everyone a couple of seconds to go ahead and hop on before I get started. This is another serious live stream regarding stalking, cyberbullying, and harassment.
Really? Come on, Mrs. P.
So again, I'll give everyone just a couple more brief minutes to go ahead and come on in. Okay, I know it's the weekend. Hey, Joyce.
Hi, Easy.
Welcome. Okay, I'm going to get started. Again, today, it seems as if Noodle Mash, yet again, has made 2 more hate videos about me. She constantly comes into my community page, looks at my posts, and then makes them into hate videos. And then accuses me of being the one bullying her.
Mrs. P. Wah, wah, wah. You're the one who's keeping this going, Mrs. P. So I think you should put an apple in it.
She apparently is just so sad and miserable to where she has no content. But this person person continues to now cyber stalk me, harass me, and bully me.
You're the one who broke
Like
the
she
truce,
always
Mrs.
has.
P.
And again, every single one of her live streams is about me. Now, I've had issues with this person all my life. She has continually attacked me and stalked me ever since high school. And she still refuses to leave me and my husband alone. And again, she's now being the one that's accusing me of bullying her. I haven't done any lives about her or even spoke about her the last 3 days. And to me now, Noodle Mash is becoming dangerous because she has continued on with her threats. And I just don't know what this person's.
What threats, Mrs. P? What threats? Show us some receipts, Mrs. P. Come on here. I'm sure you know how to take a screenshot, don't you? Show us some receipts of where where Noodle Mash is threatening you. Come on. You can do it.
End game is, but it's really getting very tiring. So I am just to the point where I think I'm going to have to start legally reporting her because she just won't let up on me. And if she thinks that she is going to continue to run her mouth about me and be vile and hateful and foul-mouthed and nasty like voices, I'm not going to let it happen. As of now, she needs to shut her yap.
I think you need to shut your yap,
Apparently
Mrs.
she
P.
just wants to continue to rattle on because she just wants to try to do everything she can to ruin me. Noodle Mash, stay off my channel. Stay away from my community page. Stop making hate videos about me. Quit talking about me. Quit going live about me. Because I think you're to the point where you're just jealous because I have chosen to remain friends with Hooker and Natasha over you.
Ooh.
And you
Mrs.
need to
P.
get over it. You need to grow up. Mind your own business. Stay away from me and my husband. Stop with your threats. And you constantly are still accusing me of being a liar.
But you
Hey,
are
Hooker.
lying, Mrs. P.
Well, Hooker, apparently Noodle Mash, yet again today, she has gone in and made 2 more hate videos about me. She continually is stalking my community page, looking at my community posts. Then she turns around and makes a video about it, then accuses me of bullying her.
I'm sure she did, Amy. I'm
And
sure
then
she
she
did.
apparently went live earlier today and yet again spouted off about me, accusing me of being a liar and this and that and everything else. So again, she is one that just will not stop this. I know,
yes,
Scotty. I know it's
Ocean
giving
Way,
him
most
content,
definitely.
but I'm tired of the crap.
If you're tired of the crap, Mrs. P, why don't you
I'm
just
tired
stop
of
it?
the crap. Well, I'm not going to fall for it, Louise, and good evening to you. I just wanted to simply come on here and talk about stalking because that's what this is. She
Coming from her?
continues to stalk me and harass me and bully me. She continues to make threats about me. She continues to threaten to take me and my husband legally, and she just won't stop. And she's going to be almost as bad as Voices.
Here we
Noodle
go
Mash
again
is
about
dangerous.
voices.
And apparently, she is just so sad and miserable to where she feels like it's her right to try and ruin me. Well, Noodle Mash, you have another thing coming.
Stop
Because
projecting,
as
Mrs.
of
P.
now, I'm not going to let you upset me anymore. And if you don't cease and desist and stop stalking me, I will continue to report you to your local police authorities. So know that.
Ooh. So you're threatening to go real life on
And I want you
Noodle
to stop
Mash.
making the hate videos against me. Because every single one of your live streams is about me. And
Hi,
it
Jenny.
needs to stop. Oh, I know. I know. She is miserable, Hooker. You're right.
She wouldn't have content if
Yeah, apparently she wouldn't have content if she didn't. But again, I just want her to know that if it doesn't stop, I am going to continue to make live streams every day on her. Because I just want her to learn to back off and leave me alone. Stalking is dangerous. And I'm getting to the point where it's really starting to frighten both me and my husband.
I wish she'd just serve us with the paperwork so we can get this all said and done.
Is this the real Natasha Cooper or is this a troll?
It's a troll. Hooker blocked her.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I am sorry to Michelle. But yeah, I'm sorry, Scotty, that you're getting gang stalked. Yeah, I caught your live earlier today.
Just click on it and you'll find out, Mrs. P.
Is that the real
if it's
Natasha
real.
Cooper,
No,
Hooker?
it is not. I just checked the channel and she has no subs
Okay.
or content.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, but again, I'm going to start making live streams about Noodle Mash if this does not stop. Because this is
You already
cyberbullying,
are, Mrs.
this is
P.
harassment, and this is stalking. And again, Noodle, know this. Whatever I put on my community posts is none of your flipping business.
It is if it's about her.
And you need to stop making hate videos about whatever it is I post. If you don't like it, buzz off. I know that, Scotty. I know. Homely Hannah, get out of here. Goodbye. Now use a block, bitch. Bye. Anyway,
isn't everyone a block
but again,
bitch?
Noodle just doesn't know when to behave herself, but again, all I can say is that she must be sad and miserable. I wonder if she does this to her own family. I wonder if she does this to the neighbors where she lives. And from what I understand, she still lives in the same apartment complex that my husband and I had vacated from a couple of years ago. I wonder if she does this to any of her outside friends.
Threatening
if he
to go
stalks
real
them,
life.
harasses them, or bullies them, then Noodle, you really must
Attacking
be
her
one
family.
sad, pathetic individual. And I'm just asking you kindly to please stop, because stalking is illegal, and I can have charges pressed against you if you don't stop.
She has the right to defend herself, doesn't she?
Yes, Hooker, what's the question? What's your question, Hooker? Okay, Joyce. Yeah, because again, all her videos and live streams are on me.
That's a bunch of bullshit, Mrs.
And
P.
she just doesn't seem to get the hint of being able to leave me alone. Right. Exactly, Hooker.
You're
Like I
absolutely
said,
right,
does she
Amy.
do this to her neighbors? Does she do this to her own family? Does she do this to the people that she's associated with outside of YouTube? I wonder if she cyber stalks, harasses, and bullies them. I wonder if she stalks them like she does.
Jenny's
Like she does me.
books and vlogs. She even doxed Noodle on a community post.
So, yeah. But again, Noodle
But when
Mash,
I
know this. You are going to back off.
pointed
And
out
if your end game, if you think that you're going
that
to
she
end
had
up
her
ruining
address
me,
on it, she deleted it.
think again. Because I'm not going to let you ruin me anymore. I'm tired of going through this. Every night, I end up with such a nervous stomach, I have a hard time sleeping or eating or even being able to mentally think. Because you have me and my husband both so distraught and so angry because you don't understand the words of what I mean by back off. But after last night's live regarding voices, a lot of people in here told me, that I just need to keep my head on straight and just try to keep moving forward because apparently people like Voices and Noodle Mash, they are just so desperate for whatever they can grasp on YouTube. And they just don't seem to give up, and all they want to do is hurt people around them.
Stop
And
doing
that's what they're doing. Is
dirty work.
they don't
Mrs.
realize
P.
the hurt that they're causing. But apparently, people like this, they don't seem to care who they hurt.
Stop doing Natasha's dirty work, Mrs. P.
Well, I hope so, because if she does go at me legally, I hope to hell that the judge does see all these videos that she's got on me. That's why I have taken a lot of her videos and I have shared them to my community posts so people can see how pathetic that Noodle Mash really is.
But they're over 6 months old, Mrs.
But again,
P.
apparently she is just so desperate for attention because of the fact that Natasha doesn't want her anywhere around and I don't want her anywhere around. So she can just stay over there with her haters. And to me, it doesn't matter where she goes as long as it's away from me. I know she participates in the hate streams. I know. So, but again, apparently Noodle Mash is just desperate. She's desperate like Voices is. But here's how I see it is Noodle Mash is going to continue to dig herself into a deep hole that she's not going to be able to dig herself out of. And she wonders why a lot of people on YouTube don't want anything to do with her.
You're digging
They
yourself
wonder why
a hole,
they don't
Mrs.
want to be
P.
friends with her.
No, you're
Look
not.
at her
Sue
actions.
Me.
Look at her
I can see
behavior. The threats that she makes. And the stalking and the bullying and the harassment.
Michael, you're exactly right. She likes the attention.
Yep.
Walter has a point
but
there.
You know what? It's
Mrs.
the wrong
P,
kind
like
of attention. She just needs to stick with her crafts. If she's wanting attention, for me, that would be the best way for her to go, is to just back off of all this crap of bothering me and upsetting me and my husband and go on with her own sad, pathetic, miserable life. Is what she really needs to do. Her and Voices would make a good team, is all I have to say. But again, Noodle Mash, know this. And this is my last warning to you. After tonight, I am going to continue to move forward whether you like it or not. I am going to continue to try to keep my head up, and I am going to do my darndest to try to work at it, continue to shine.
Oh, really? There's a mole in her chat?
Yeah, I believe it, Hooker. I believe it. Yeah, and she plays a poor little victim. Well, you know what? it shouldn't be poor Noodle Mash anymore, because she is the one that has brought this on herself. She has been at me and at me and at me all my life. Ever since high school. Ever since the 13 to 14 years that we were neighbors. She was constantly making both me and my husband miserable. And we had to physically up and relocate because my own medical issues. And
Okay, Mrs. P. So you decide to put up with this for 13 years? Come on here. Were we born yesterday? Were all of us born yesterday? Come on. Does this make any sense? Here? Really think about that.
plus of the mental upset that she continued to cause. And here we are 2.5 years later. She started stalking me through Facebook. Then she started stalking me through YouTube. And she's still coming after me. She doesn't know the lesson of leaving well enough alone. Hey, Natasha. Amen.
Everyone
Jesus,
has Lonnie.
take the wheel.
Everyone
Yeah.
has.
Amen.
Given her chance after chance.
I hope you're doing okay tonight, Natasha. It's good to see you. I see your hooker. Yeah, Noodle Mash apparently is still stalking me and harassing me and threatening me, and is threatening to come after me legally. And she just has continued to make hate video after hate video after hate video about me, and she just can't seem to leave well enough alone.
The only one I see making threats is you, Mrs. P.
Natasha.
It's not?
Nope. It's not Natasha. I just look at the channel. She has no subs at all.
Okay. Apparently this is not the real Natasha. My husband just checked the profile, and this profile has no subs. So again, this is another Natasha troll. This is not the real Natasha, people. Hooker, that's not the real Natasha. That's another troll.
Yes, Amy. But
My
at least
husband just
Walter
checked the
is doing the right
profile.
thing and checking these profiles out. At least this is something they're doing right now. They should have checked out those so-called
Yeah, it's another Natasha troll. Because
channels.
Natasha would not talk to me like that. So that's not her.
When
Besides,
Hooker
my husband
supposedly
just checked
sent
the
that
profile
link.
page. So, but again, Noodle Mash, you need to stop.
You're right, Hooker. She's a block bitch.
Yep. But again, Noodle Mash, you need to stop, because right now you're the one that's acting very childish by doing what you're doing. And this is not positive attention. This is negative attention. And you wonder why people are leaving your community? And the $1,000 that you say that you have as a legal fund? I want to see receipts.
I agree, Michael. I think it's Noodle Mash under an alt name.
Yeah. Bye, Noodle bitch. Bye. But again, if she's got this so-called $1,000 donated to her for her legal fund, I want to see receipts. I want to see where every penny goes that she's using on this so-called legal fight against me. I want to see an actual name of an attorney. I want to see court documentation, because I have not been served with any such papers. And again, your fake cease and desist don't mean shit, because notice again, Noodle, you are not going to threaten to silence me. If you think that you can threaten to silence me, but yet
Absolutely
you think you
easy.
have the right
She will have
to
nobody
continue to
when
run your mouth
Natasha
about
kicks
me,
her to the curb. That's the thing.
I tell you what, right now, I will not be silenced. So again, know this: if you continue to run that nasty, vile, foul mouth of yours about me, I'm going to do the same thing. Because I'm going to start fighting back, and I will do it through YouTube, and I will start going live and talking about it. Threatening people with court action is actually not legal. Yeah, that's what I thought, Michelle. Well, she's been threatening me. Exactly, Hooker. There is no attorney, and there is no legal battle. You're right. But again,
But this is what
the
she does
so-called
now, Amy.
donations
She's
that
with
she's got for
Natasha
her
now.
legal fund, I want to see
Why doesn't Natasha
legal
donate to her
court
legal fund?
documentation. I want to see a legal business card with the name of a law firm and an attorney's name and phone number that I can contact that you're working with.
This girl doesn't get it, does she?
Because I seriously think that the legal donations that you got, you're not going to use anywhere near anything legal. I think you're going to put it towards your car. From what I understand, you've got a broken down car. And if I actually remember correctly, the rules of that apartment complex is non-running vehicles are not allowed to sit in the parking lot and can be towed at the owner's expense. All I have to do is put one phone call into the management up there and let them know that if you don't have a legal running vehicle, that you can have that vehicle towed if it's not drivable.
Hello, Douche Canoe's fake. I'm doing good today.
We already did that, Joyce.
Yeah, I already did that, Joyce. I already wiped my ass with the cease and desist. But again,
Exactly,
knowing the
Amy.
apartment complex where Noodle Mash lives, there is a strict violation rule that any tenant on that property that legally lives there, if they don't have a legal running vehicle and is sitting in the parking lot being broke down, it can be reported and it can be towed at her expense.
Hey, Amber.
So she does not want me to go there because I know the name of the management company, and come Monday morning, it'll just take one simple phone call to that
Hello,
management,
Bulldog Mama.
and they will have your vehicle towed. And don't think I won't. Pippa, that was not a threat. That was a promise.
Ooh, a threat. A promise.
I know. Oh, okay. Is this the real Natasha this time?
Let me check it out.
Exactly, Navigator. She's really pushing her
Okay,
limits.
this
her
Natasha
luck.
is another troll. Bye, Noodle Mash. Bye, bitch.
Dang, I kicked myself right out of your chat.
Thank you, Token. Yeah, I kind of guessed that. I knew that she would be busy tonight, probably with her family. I appreciate you letting me know. I appreciate you letting me know. But again, Pippa, being a neighbor and living in the same apartment complex as her, I happen to have a copy of the complex rules.
I'm sure,
And it
Amy.
simply
She's
states
dying
that
for
any
Natasha to
tenant
show up.
that has a broken down vehicle and is not drivable can be reported and towed at the owner's expense.
Oh, so you're threatening to go real
Right,
life
I
again,
understand
Mrs. P.
that, Token and Michelle. Yeah, I kind of knew she would be with her family this weekend, especially with the fact that she's got a grandbaby coming. So I think it's just Noodle Mash just trying to rile me up. So anyway, but again, if she wants to continue to make the threats against me, I'll call her management and I'll just simply let them know that she's got a broken down vehicle and to have it towed.
Nobody's threatening you, Mrs.
Yep.
P.
Hang on a minute, everyone.
Nobody is threatening you. Jeez.
Okay, sorry about that. That was Hooker that just called me. Yeah,
Oh,
I
Hooker,
need to
Hooker,
stop
Hooker.
regarding the vehicle situation. But again, I'm just, wanting to come on here and just let everyone know that Noodle Mash is
Her
just
handler's
continually trying to
calling.
threaten me, stalk me, harass me, cyberbully me. Then in turn, she tries to accuse me of bullying her. Well, we're going to try,
Exactly,
Louise. I'm
Navigator.
going to try to go back to my football game here shortly because college football's on. So, but again, I'm just really to the point where I just want Noodle Mash to leave me alone. I want her to stop with the hate videos and the comments that are being made about me in her community over
I think
there.
she
Whoever's talking crap also needs to stop. And I want her community to know if you
I
all
think
have
she
a
really
problem with me,
does,
you
Rebellious
come
Rose.
talk to me.
She's kind of
Simple as
delusional
that.
here.
Joyce, I don't know. I am not going to be doing any more cooking lives on this particular channel. I have made another channel called Cooking with Mr. and Mrs. P. So, if you want to get a good live going from us regarding another cook meal, I will be moving that over to my new cooking channel that I made. So, but again, I don't know. It depends on what this next week brings and what my husband has going. So, if we can fit it in this next week, I will try to see if my husband can do another cooking live for everyone. But again, it will not be on here. It will be over
It
on
is
my new
frustrating,
cooking
Amy.
channel.
It'll either be
It is
on
so
your
frustrating.
channel or my channel.
Yeah, my husband is going to do it either on his channel or my cooking channel that I set up. And again, that new channel is called Cooking with Mr. and Mrs. P.
Oh,
I
this
will
is
not be
news.
doing any cooking live streams any further on this live.
Oh, that's nice to know. You won't be burning down your
So,
apartment anytime soon.
I will post links as soon as I can. Good night, Louise. Take care. Yeah, you stay blessed too, and I appreciate you coming in. You have a real good night. But again, too, I have set up a total of 13 channels. One is a crocheting channel. One is a paint pouring channel. Another one is a basic art and craft channel that I've made. And then I've made one called Just Hanging with Mr. and Mrs. P. It's just kind of a fun channel. But again, I just, I'm going to start using this channel to do lives on topics just like this.
Oh, so
because
this channel is just to
I
call
think
people
that
out
it's
and be a
just
bully,
really,
right, Mrs.
really
P?
important to let everyone know to be aware of the kind of trouble person that this Noodle Mash person is. And again, I just want her to stop because
Yeah,
now
Amy.
it has become harassment.
Okay, Hooker says good night. She
Okay, sweetie. Good night, Hooker. I love you. You sleep good, sweetie, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, Mr. P's channel is called Mr. King Portland.
I'm getting it right now.
So, okay, again, this topic was supposed to be on cyberbullying, stalking, and harassment. And right now, this creator is becoming dangerous. But I want to make it clear to her that anything I post on my community page is really none of her business. And if you continue to make hate videos out of my community posts, please stop. Because my channel is really none of your business.
Okay, then stop talking about her channel. Then
And
it
I
goes
have
both
posted
ways.
both of her latest videos over on my community page for you all to look at.
And I dropped my link to my channel in the chat.
And my husband just dropped the link to his channel in the chat. Thank you, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know I've only been on here about a half hour, but again, I just needed to come on here and just warn everyone.
I don't hate her.
Noodle, stop.
I'm very disappointed in the way she's acting.
Because again, know this. Your threats are no longer going to scare me. And if you think that you have an end game of trying to completely ruin me, not happening. Because as of now, as of tonight, both me and my husband are not going to give you the satisfaction that you are looking for.
Exactly.
So you better back off and just leave us alone and go about your own life and go about your own business. And stop harassing us. Stop bullying us. Stop threatening us. This has got to stop. Wild woman, if you don't like it, goodbye.
She's really making everyone black bitches. They disagree with her.
Okay, let me see if I can do that, Joyce. Give me 1 second. I'm bringing it up now. Exactly. I do have a right to defend myself. All I want is for her to back off,
you got a good point
go about
there.
her own life, her sad, miserable life at that, and just back off and leave me and my husband alone. If you think you're going to continue to try to work your negativity on dragging us down and trying to ruin us, I'm not going to let it happen anymore. Because, again, both me and my husband, we're not going to give you the satisfaction. So you are the one that needs to stop with your threats against me, because legally, you can't do jack shit.
That's what you...
And that's the truth.
If either of you win is another story.
If you are going to continue with your legal threats, I want to see legal documentation.
But you didn't file anything
legal
yet.
letterhead stationery from a legal licensed attorney. I want a name and a phone number that I can call to verify that this attorney is working with you. Because if not, then you're the one that's lying about threatening to take me down legally, because you can't. Legally, you have nothing on me. So there's that. Because I too contacted my local legal aid office up here, and I spoke to 3 legal law firms that I was given names of through legal aid here in Washington County.
Okay, Mrs. P. Now let me stop you right there. So first you say your uncle was a Superior Court judge, and you say your uncle's a lawyer, or whatever. So why don't they help you? So then now you're saying, right here and now, that you're calling legal aid. So what is it, Mrs. P? Tell the truth for once. You're telling so many damn stories. You can't the lie you told yesterday, or the lie you told to cover that lie up. You know? Wouldn't it be better just to tell the truth? And so you don't have to remember all these dirty little lies or manipulations just to oh, Mrs. P.
And I contacted those 3 attorneys. And I discussed my situation with them. And they told me what's going on isn't going to add up. He said it's not worth even a glass of water. And this came from all 3 legal firms that I spoke to. So again, if you think you can play legal games with me, again, I have names of 3 legal law firms that I have conversed with by phone, and I have spoken to them about the legal situation and the threats that you have put against me, and they said there's nothing you can do. So there's that. And for me being on...
But they're taking your word for it, Mrs. P. I don't think they're going to get the whole story from you. It's what you're feeding them, the attorney, if you're even talking to an attorney. All right? It's a one-sided game here. Do you see that? The judge can rule for Noodle Mash. They could rule for you, which is unlikely here. Or they can dismiss the case and say you're both wrong. So it's not open and shut. You get it? And Noodle Mash didn't file anything yet. Didn't file court papers yet. If you did, you'd get a knock on your door from the sheriff, and you get or a process server, and you get served papers. All right, Mrs. P, if you're listening. So this is how it works. And then if you can get transportation down, where is it, Lincoln County or something? You can do a Zoom. You can show up for a Zoom court. You just go on YouTube and you appear in court. It's the same thing. All right?
Disability, I'm on protected funds like you. And you can't take that away from me. And then if you are thinking about seeing homeless and my husband homeless, not going to happen, because again, being on Section 8, know this. As of yesterday, I contacted my Section 8 caseworker. And I asked her about this same situation of what I can do in the way of within my rights. And she said there's nothing that can happen, because as long as I'm under Section 8, I am legally protected housing-wise. So know that. And I have also spoken to my main state caseworker. I have given her your name, and I have also discussed the situation with her. And she says, all you're trying to do is mentally frazzle me. And threatening me will drive me into a really bad mental situation. And I'm not going to let that happen.
Oh, Mrs. P.
But again, my state caseworker, my Section 8 caseworker, my
you might be right on the housing,
manager,
Mrs. P,
I have
but
discussed
you don't get the whole
with
picture
all of these people.
as usual.
And I have asked about what my legal rights are, on top of being able to contact 3 legal law firms that was given to me through my local legal aid office here. So I have spoken to several people about this situation. So now what? I hope this gets the point across, because after tonight, I won't be speaking on you again.
What are
So
protected
that.
funds?
And if you continue to speak on me,
okay,
I will start
okay, let me pause this for a second, Navigator. They could probably take her donations and gifts or whatever. Noodle can do that. but they can't take away her housing or her disability, or most of her disability check. They probably could take a section of it, but that's if she gets a verdict or whatever. There are like two different types of hearings they could have. They could have a special proceeding where they both go to court and they don't sue for money, they sue for like an order. Some states have that. In New York, they call it a Section 78 hearing, Article 78, excuse me. You could probably Google that, and it'll explain what a lot of these states have. It. They're called special proceedings. Or she could sue for monetary damages. It's either, or she could sue for an anti-stalking order or whatever the deal is. It's all up to Noodle at this point. It's all up to Noodle at this point. So it's okay. Just got a few more minutes on this video.
And I will be copying all your live streams, and I will be starting to make a file here at home. So just know that. Because I'm not going to continue to play this game with you. It's getting too close to the holidays again. My husband and I have a lot going on. I have a handful of my own medical situations, and you are just trying to make it harder on me than what I really need. So again, this is the end of it. This ends here and now. I am not going to take any more of your threats, and neither is my husband. This is done and over with. So quit stalking us, quit cyberbullying us, quit harassing us.
Hello, Wild Fox.
This ends now. End of story. And if you continue,
hello, Johnny,
then know that I will pick up my phone and I will be contacting your local police authorities yet again.
Ooh, so Mrs. P, so you complain about getting your welfare checks, and now you're gonna call the police on Noodle Mash? Isn't that kind of hypocritical here? I'm just telling it like it is here. That's kind of hypocritical. So you don't like getting the trolls calling the police on you. I don't agree with that one bit. The fake welfare checks. That's wrong. But then you're going to call the police on Noodle Mash? For what? What are you going to complain about? That she said some nasty words to you on the internet? Come on here.
What? I'm a lot tougher than what you think I am. Again, after tonight, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to hold my head up, and I'm going to continue to shine, and I'm going to try to get my sparkle back, because the last month of all this, I don't know how much more I can take. Because truthfully, this has really mentally frazzled both me and my husband. So again, this stops now. And if your community wants to continue to badmouth me, that's on them. They can come talk to me if they have a problem with me.
We're calling you out, Mrs. P, on your behavior.
Okay, Scotty, you have a good evening. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. So I just want to get that point across that as of now, this ends. This stops now.
You can always change your behavior, Mrs.
Here,
P.
Michelle, Scotty, Hooker, my husband. Thank you all so much for your continued love and support, and give me a thumbs up on your way out. And again, I do have a legal fund connected to my PayPal, so any support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their weekend, and I will see you probably on Monday. All right. Thank you again, everyone, for your time and support. It means so much. Love to all of you. Sleep well, and I'll see you soon. And T-Bolt, thank you too for being here, sweetie. You're really important, and I'm always glad that you're here. So, love to you, Michelle. Love to you, Scotty. Love you, Hooker. I'll talk to y'all this next week. Again, thank you for being here. I appreciate your time. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I will try to see you all on Monday.
T-Bolt comes back and says,
Sorry about that.
Okay. I'm going to go in a few minutes, but I'm just going to say I think that Hooker set this whole thing up. Hooker made a few fakes, one with Noodle Mash, and then sent Mrs. P the link. But of course, she just got upset and didn't check things out. But Walter, I gotta give him a little credit here. He's checking the links out in chat to see if they're actually real. So at least that's happening on that end. But Mrs. P, all I'm seeing here is threats. All I'm seeing here is empty promises. All I'm seeing here is bullshit. So you could change your behavior. You could take what we say in stride and try to change your behavior, or you can just do the same old thing and say, "Oh, I want attention. I want to make it all about me, 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 me," and continue, right? And you can just sit there on your lonesome ass. No one gives you money. No one does this. No one does that. You know, Robbie has been nothing but a good friend to you. And what do? You spit in his face. Why? I think it's because he wouldn't give you all the attention anymore. Same thing with Jamie. It's sad. And then Amy sent you gifts, but you wanted the gifts and you spit in her face too. So it's, and now you're threatening Noodle Mash. You're actually going into threatening territory and going real life. Knock it off, Mrs. P. Knock it the fuck off. All right, I'm going to cut this short right now. All right, I'm going to say good night or bye for now. Whenever she acts up or I have something new, I'm going to hop on. Okay, thank you.